Okay, hi, my name is Doug, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the best studio monitors to get for your home studio. Okay, there are lots and lots of different monitors out there. These are the Behringer B2030As, and they're active. That means that each monitor has its own amplifier, and you have to plug them into the mains. They give about 125 watts of power for each monitor. So we got 250 watts. It's more power than you're ever going to need in a small home studio. Bearing in mind, these are near field monitors as well, and that's what you're going to be looking to get in near field monitors. Unless you've got a great big massive studio, then you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be going to a great big studio. These just bear in mind home recording. Okay, they're fairly low end monitors as far as big company monitors go, but they're very good quality. I like Behringer equipment. I've used it for years and years, never had any problems with it. These give a really nice clean sound, and they have a very nice sweet spot. Where this camera is placed at the moment is around about the centre of the two speakers. You can see they're angled towards you. So when we run this, we're using a Zoom Q3 which has a condenser mic built into it, so the quality should be fairly good. But bearing in mind that you'll need to look at your budget. I mean, I think these are around maybe 150 euros. I don't know, what's 180, 190 bucks each. And that's another thing to look at as well, because a lot of these monitors sell per unit. So when you're looking at prices and you're looking at your different websites and things and comparing prices, and you say, oh yeah, you get a KVR or a Genelec monitor there, oh look at that, $800, fantastic, or £800, fantastic, and then you send for it and just one comes. So look at it, it says price per unit or price per pair. Okay, these monitors, which many monitors do these days, have in the back of them an active crossover. They're bi-amp, so you have one amplifier controlling the bass and one amplifier controlling the top end. In the back of these is the active crossover stuff, and also the Linkwitz-Riley filters. What they do, the Linkwitz-Riley filters, is more or less take out all the frequencies that you don't really want to hear. When you buy, and this is another reason why you should never use commercial speakers, you know, hi-fi speakers, stuff like that in a home studio. Although they'll sound okay, you won't get the truest representation of your sound, so you need it to be fairly flat response. Also, look at the specs for all the different monitors you buy. These run at about 50 Hz to about 21 kilohertz. So that's just above what you can actually hear, so that's fine, and below what you're going to need. 6-inch odd woofer. Also, they'll need to deal with live musical instruments, which really hi-fi speakers can't do. And plus, also in hi-fi speakers, they've adjusted the sound to make it sound better. So they've put a little bit of top end on the tweeters. They've banged up the bass a little bit inside the actual speaker. With monitors, all that's taken away, so all you have is absolutely the flattest sound possible coming through the monitor, so that you can make it sound great through your equipment, so that you get the truest sound. See, what else? Placement is fairly important as well. People talk about a sweet spot. Like I've said, this camera is placed just about in the best sweet spot for these speakers. Behringer claim to have developed something called wave technology, which broadens the sweet spot, so you can move around and still be in the sweet spot. You know, I don't know. I can't really tell, and I've been doing this for about 30 years, so but they do sound good, and they're a very good value. I think the best thing we can do at the moment is just have a quick listen. I'm going to play a song we recorded a while ago. It's not mixed yet, so the vocals might not be right mixed with the music. But I'll switch it on and then get out your way, and it should give you an idea of how clean they can sound. So if we just start that off, I'll move.
My life is mundane. All I want is a slice of the action.
Okay, so hopefully that sounded pretty good. They also come with limiters inside them, so there's a little limit light that will light up if they're actually being trying to be driven too hard. Like I said, you know, 250 watts in a room this size isn't really, is way more than you're ever going to need. So it would just sound absolutely naff if you turned it up full volume. On the back of these also is some little adjustments, so you can adjust it for the room acoustics and things like that. Yeah, they sound pretty good, but like I said, you know, there are so many things out there. You need to work on your budget for monitors, like anything else, and also bearing in mind that if you've got if you're just recording with a very small 8-track like this, you're not going to really need something like that, because you're probably just going to be recording for yourself, you know. I mean, we have people coming here to record, so it has to sound as good as we can get it. Although these were a reasonable price, they still sounded better than some of the other ones we actually listened to in real life, which were a lot more expensive, and these were good for us. So I don't know, you know, check out the market, work out a budget, have a look what's out there. If it's possible, go and see the monitors, or use YouTube to look for videos that use the monitors that you want to do. We do this with all the equipment we buy. Before we buy anything, if we need a particular piece of equipment, like the small recorder, we specifically got this Tascam, small Tascam recorder, which I'll be doing a big review on, but we got this because it's nice to take it downstairs into the front room while we're just jamming around, or we're just playing with song ideas. I don't have to come up here. I can take the little Korg MicroStation keyboard down there, play around with it, record some ideas. Great sound quality, by the way. So that's that. Headphones as well. Get a decent pair of headphones. So for instance, pardon me. Get a decent pair of headphones, because when you're mixing, you'll want to monitor through headphones, and you'll also want to monitor through speakers. And then when you've finished your mix, a lot of these recorders now have amp simulators on them. This one does. It has speaker modeling, so you can hear what your mix is going to sound like in different imaginary scenarios, like on a TV. If I just run through a few of these. So this is basically the clean sound. Small cube speaker. This simulates the Yamaha white cone. What it should sound like on a small radio. Small TV. And a sort of a boom box. So that's the best way. So whenever you do a mix, make sure that you try and listen to it in as many different environments as possible before you send it out there. That way you'll know, oh, you know, make a CD of it, put it in the car, you know, put it on your friend's hi-fi, play it on your own hi-fi, and you'll get a general idea. And you might hear something, so, well, I can fix that in the mix, and this is what it's going to sound like in the real world. So I've done my best with the monitors that I've got. I've made it as clean as possible, and now I'm going to listen to it on a few other systems and see how it sounds, and then you can basically get an idea. And of course, with experience, you can learn how to do all this stuff before you actually put it out there. So usually it sounds okay. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. Just to recap, you know, try and get active monitors. They'll give you a lot more power, and they'll give you power where you need it, but they'll also sound good at lower levels, you know. Make sure you position your monitors so you're in the sweet spot. So slightly tipped towards you like that, because the sound will, although the bass frequencies and mid frequencies will just spread out everywhere, the top end frequencies will tend to want to be directed. And if they're directed at you, that's the best place, since you're the person who's mixing and mastering the song. Okay, this has been the Sound Test Room channel's video on selection and placement of monitors. Hope you found it useful. Okay, thank you.